Hello, my name is Hero 9000. I'm here to be a helpful guide. I'm here to guide you through what Yvette can do. And you want to be the best Yvette player like me? Oh my goodness, that's crazy. They call me the Yvette Hunter because I murder a bunch of Yvette players because they're absolute buns. But I'm here to teach you how to not be buns, bro. You're not gonna be buns after this one. So I'm gonna go through the basics of how to play a Yvette and how to actually play her correctly. But this is a guide, so you can use this guide to guide yourself. And I'm gonna go through what to go first, what to buy first, what to go through first. So I'm gonna go through spots and whatever. This is we're gonna start this video off with patterns and stuff, her gun patterns. So she has her regular shoulder fire pattern. This is shoulder fire. Then you have the open fire, where you just do nothing. And then you have the obvious ADS, radius fire. So you're gonna use a lot of these in mid game, and yeah. Alright, so this is just basically part one. I'm gonna show you what is my buy process. What do I buy first? And so usually you should go base damage. There's an argument for fire rate, but you should mainly go base damage for the first one. And it will, in some rounds where if you're losing or whatever, you have to unbuy base damage to get light armor. So always go light armor with Yvette. I don't know what you're doing with heavy armor, but go base damage. But that's up to you if you want to do that. But if you're losing, you can unbuy base damage and go light armor. And as you can see, I go spread damage, but you can also go reload speed. But that's very situational, so you can go either spread damage. Recoil is not really good. It's only if you want to kill economy or something. You usually go spread damage. Spread damage is just better, I guess. And for one of those two, you can go sprint speed. It works well with the stealth. But mainly go reload speed. Reload speed is going to help quite a lot in mid-combat battles. Because sprint speed does go well with stealth entry, but that's if you're playing stealthy, you want to go reload speed in a lot of situations. So, you can also go awakenings if you're it's also situational, you can just ignore all the blue side and go straight for awakenings. And base damage, you can go anything depending on how the match is going. So depending on how the match is going, you do these, this is my usual one. I usually do blue first before I do yellow in a regular match, but if it depending on what is happening. If they're attacking from one side and you need the bear because they rotate a lot, you need bear. And there are some situations where you need the invis first, and basically that. It's basically that. It's all situational, depending on what is happening in the mid game, after game, a lot of things, string movement. Because you will get stuck behind bear a lot of times, and even with the extra resistance, you ain't winning a battle against you get rushed or something. Basically, the first part, I'm going to now skip to space labs or something. I'm going to teach you guys how to actually play with and without the bear. Ice is important and whatever. So here we go. On to the next part. Hello and welcome to Space Labs. So, this is the usual I'm doing here. As you can see, I am using A3. I am not using A2. A2 is very situational, I guess. Not many people use it. And before that, I want to teach you guys happy birthday. Happy to you for no apparent reason. So, here we go. So, I usually go to A side. Yep, here. You go to A side, and then you place down your bear. Sometimes, I guess. If they are going to attack you, you do place down your bear. But as you can see, the nades I'm using grenade and interceptor. So you want to be using these two nades. Slow nade is situational again, Windy Town. You can use slow nade there. But also you want to use wind nade if they are pushing you. If they are pushing you, then you use the bear. Then you use bear. But here you have perfect angles. You usually stay with the Coco or with anyone who is camping there, Nobu. You usually put the interceptor there, and then you go head towards this way, and to catch people off guard. This is a Yvette spot right here. No one really cares about you here, so yep, you just attack people from this angle and this angle. So if they do end up breaking from both sides, you want to stay there, but you can also take down anyone there with any weapon you have here. But if they don't push there, then yeah, you can just grenade that. And yep, basically just here you can win this too. Then you go like to a rotate here. Here's another spot that not many Yvettes use. I don't really use this one unless like A and B sides are covered. I go here. Usually there's like a Yvette or a Flavia here. This is kind of a risky spot, I gotta say, because you can get pretty clipped by like a Ming here. You get clipped by like a Maddie. You get clipped here pretty fast. You can push up. It is not recommended to push up here. You will get destroyed if you will push up there. You can stay mid, but it's risky mid. You gotta know how to fight mid if you know what the heck you're actually doing. So if you know what you're doing, you can stay mid. And this is another spot, like at the beginning of the round. You can stay here. You get some free hits. I remember around here, you have 2 angles to watch. Like, there was a replay I have, but I don't know if I don't know if I still have it. Like, this is a very good angle to hold. As also a Michelle. Because, like, you know, you have two spots here, 2 angles here, you go all the way here. Here's another spot that B-side for Yvette is kind of iffy. It's kind of risky here too, you know, just standing here. You can do like bear placement here and to deny plant, but not recommended to be a B-side full Yvette here. Because you know you have like, you know, your window there, and then like you have down here. You can technically still pull off something here. But like I wouldn't recommend it here. I do sometimes take B sides, but every time I take B side, they go, and the whole attack side goes A side, bro. So like you're kind of screwed. The best sides are like a window. You can go like down like main of the A main. Technically, it's still kind of good. You could just launch bear there, ice the entire spot, and then like deny plant. But like it's not recommended to be in full B. Like it's still good. It's still good. But you got to really play like real hard defense if you want to play B. Like it's not that hard to play B, depending on who the heck you're up against. Again, everything is situational. You can play as you want. I'm not telling you how to play, but like you can play this way. You can play with B here. And also this spot right here is really good. As I said again, this is a really good spot. So really good. So like when you are standing here, you can place bear here. You then like let's go back out. You instantly like push the bear. You ice the entire spot. You get free damage. You get free damage off this entire place. All these play styles work. This whole play works. You do insane damage here if they're pushing window. And then like you know you rotate out. If they're pushing like A side, you will do long rotates because you might get clipped. Like when they try to fake it out, because if there's a lot of fake outs, you usually peek there, you can peek over here, you can get clipped by a Ming over here, but like if you have somebody with you, you can push solo A side. And speaking about A side, I'm going to show you how to freaking defend this side. You know, like there's a lot here. There's a lot here. So like you know, you get your here, and then like there, you put down your bear, and you can like ice here, and like they're pushing you. They're pushing you. So then you decide to ice yourself as well. There's multiple ways you can ice here, but here you get free damage. You get free damage if they start pushing you. Just saying, you can lose this battle here, but if you're me, yep. If you're me, you actually win this fight. But here, you can then like rotate out and just like sit here if they do fully push in and like they almost clip you. You can also push up here to hold, but obviously not recommended. You can get the mings up here, but you also get a free insta kill in invis, and like nobody can save it. No one can save the Ming after getting like destroyed. Also over here, no, like I said before, no one gives a crap about you. You can put down a bear here if they pass by you, and so then you can deny plant. Bink, no more plant for you, no more plant for you, buddy. And then you ice over here. You can also theoretically ice there, like I just did right there. Bink, and then the entire whole hallway up there is iced. There's the only part that's not iced. But up here is very iced. It's very iced. Over here, they can't fight up here unless they're somehow so good at the game that they can just beat you on ice, which is possible. But your team needs to learn how to play with you. Basically, yeah, the event is the most essential thing ever, and I'm gonna talk about that more in like the next part. So I'll see you guys in the next part. Hello, welcome to 404, everyone's favorite map. My favorite map included. This is my best map. I do not lose here. So I'm gonna get straight into it, and like I was talking before, no one cares about the event. They just let the event die. Also, this spot. Oh no, I don't think I'll show this spot yet. But you go over here for the first spot. It's very cool. It's very cool. It's very cool. No one really checks the spot. This spot is pretty risky, I'd say. Like, some people know about that Yvette spot, but not many people know about that. Yeah, Yvette spot. Oh my goodness, I really messed up my words. So, technically, you can deny plant, you can ice Kevin from here. Very cool. Very cool. A lot of things you could do with Bear Maharaga, which I used to call back in season 1 of Strinova. I used to call this thing Maharaga. I still do call this thing Maharaga. Also, this point here, that is not really safe. You can stay there, but you will get Minged, Icud, and like Maddie. So how you actually play that spot correctly is that you stand mid, they're rotating, you play Bear, and then you want to ice here. Also pretty optional, kind of. Not really optional, they do start pushing you. They might start pushing you. So you want to ice literally everything here. That whole hallway there. So then even the Coco over there on the other side, you get 3 damage off. Ica can't do jack crap. Ming can't do jack crap. No one can do jack crap because you are blazing them dead. They are so dead. They are so cooked that they can't do jack crap. So let's say you want they go mid or something. You're the only person mid. And so what do? You want to win mid and intercept them. And if they still want to push you, then you use your Bear. You use Maharaga, the Upstopper or something. And then boom, you then rotate out. But you don't want to put your Bear that close too. You want to be from afar because they will push the crap out of you and you will die. Just saying, you will get clipped by a Ming, by an Ica, by any entry, by a freaking Meredith. And I'll be talking about Meredith soon, probably, maybe, because I do play Meredith. So let's say you're rotating. You like get out rotated, you're rotating here. You can rotate from backside. You can rotate from mid, which is over here. You can go here, which gives you so much time. You can do rotate here, you can get that spot. But it's better to rotate from this side. So then you ice here. And then, like, you know, you can clip somebody here. You can also deny plant from here. Boom! No more plant for you. But also leaves that place very open. No ice over there, which you can ice over there if they're not planting. There's also, like, Heaven from where, like, the Sniper's at. And the Flavia's at or something. But the Flavia should be playing with you. Or, like, any duelist should be playing around you. Like, or any character should be playing around you. Like, you know, you're gonna have, like, Maddie or something. You're gonna have, like, freaking Bimo with you. The ice is very important. People do not play with ice, so they force you to play with them. But you gotta play on your own sometimes. But they gotta play with you most of the time. You gotta ice Heaven up here. If you're rotating from backside into this, you get 3 damage off. But sometimes nobody plays with you here, so you end up dead. And what's the problem? You're not the problem. It's the whole team. The whole team's the problem. I'm gonna be throwing shade here. So you want to go here sometimes. Mid is mostly like, you know, if you're rotating this way, if they do rotate, out-rotate you, they rotate here, you can stand there. It's very risky. You can get clipped there. You know, you do the usual here. You can stand here. You will get Ming, that you will get Icut here. So it's better to like have a better stand. You can stand up here as a hold spot, as a Yvette spot. It's kind of decent. It's not very good. The vent no longer works. You can no longer stand there. Also this spot right here. You might not believe me, but this spot is actually very broken. No one actually checks this spot. If someone does, they're a Yvetter. And you know what we say about Yvetters. We attack them, we murder them. That's what all Yvetters do. Alright, so you should never put your Bear here, because this will reveal your area. That's how you don't use this spot. There is a correct way to use this spot. So you want to use your Bear as a bait, so then they think you're over there. But no, you absolute buffoon! You absolute buffoon! I was over here, and over there, and then you hide over here. You hide over here. This is the correct way to use this Bear spot. So then you lunge your Bear. They think you're over somewhere else, and then boom, you could ice anywhere backside here, or you can ice like, you know, straight up just mid, and then you get 3 damage off. 3 damage off. You can return here, but it's very risky, so it's better to just like, you know, I'm gonna reset this. So this is another way you can do this. So you use Bear Bait again. Use Bear Bait again. Oh, okay. So basically, you want to do this movement to actually get here. You can't just like run in there. So then you do the Bear thing. ice the entire place here. They're going to shoot the crap out of your bear. They're going to shoot the crap out of Maharanga. And then you can ice like over here. Or you can ice like mid or something. You can ice over here. You ice that entire spot. So then how do you escape from here? You can either invis your way out, you can do some damage on your way out, or you can just like run the crap out of way out, which leads you back to this spot. Now the question is, can you hold this spot? Yes, you actually can. You can actually hold this spot. So then if you get your bear again, you can just like shoot back out. So, what did you guys learn? Hopefully you learned something from Base 404. I'm going to switch to the next map and show y'all how to do those maps, you know? How to do those maps. Alright. Hello fellow Yvetters again. If you skip to Windy Town because you want to see Windy Town, alright, here it is. There will be timestamps for every single thing. So I'm defaulting to the usual thing I do. This is what I do. You can, like, you know, you can play different spots. I'm going to show every spot that can be played and what spots I kind of do to be playing in and what, you know, usual. So this is what I usually do. I usually go up here. This is the best spot. People do not check up here. Sometimes. You do want to pull your bear out sometimes. It's also very situational to pull out your bear immediately. So you want to ice all this, you can ice forward. Like this is just a one way to ice. You know, there's multiple ways to ice. It just matters the situation. You know, do jump shots here and there. And I'm going to show like another way. You know, like if they do push this way, you can ice this area here. And then you send your bear to the other freaking side. And you then follow with your bear, ices that spot. They're unable to do jack crap, and then boom, insta kill. You get knocked, bang, 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 and you go back, and you still have your win nade. You can also win nade that area, and then place your bear, and then like send it to the other side. It's very cool. Very cool. Yvette is one of the greatest characters. It's one of the hardest characters to use. What do you know? Also, you want to place your interceptor right here. You do not want to place your interceptor right there, or else it's going to get destroyed, and you're going to get destroyed by literally everything. You're going to get Minged, Aika, you're going to get Meredith, you're going to get everything on your face. So you want to ice that exact spot. You can get flurry damage. You want to send your bear to the other freaking side of the map, because that is so cool to do. You just like ice that whole entire side, then boom, free damage, insta knock. Also, you can get like smoked, but the smoke ain't gonna do jack crap because you're gonna destroy it. You're gonna be the #1 Yvette player. You're gonna destroy the entire attack team, and they won't do jack crap back. But the question is, do people actually play with the Yvette? No. Also, you can. This is not a good spot over here. No. So you want to deny plant on this side. If you want to play on the B side, you can play it there, kind of. People do not care about Yvette. People do not care about your Yvette. This another spot here. You can rotate this way. I'll show a bit of like A site. Maybe you want to play A site. Maybe you are a Yvette on A site. There are a few spots that I'm not going to mention because I am too lazy to mention them. Like some crazy Yvette spots. You also want to rotate from this side. You want to go from long way into garden, which is a better way to do it from mid. But also very situational depending on who the heck you're facing and what are you facing, what ranks are you in. So I'm not going to be talking about rank. This is more like, you know, you want to learn the character, not like I'm going to show you how to actually use the character in a freaking ranked match. Because on the ranked match, it's freaking situational. Everything in this game is very situational. I'm freaking Quar, but I'm a Season 1 player, and I play Yvette the way I want to play Yvette. I play Yvette so aggro. As you can see, I am using A3. Also, I haven't used the ult much because the ult is just an extended version of your Q. So just make sure that you're using your Q just like you're using your ult. So like, yep, it's just an extension. Also, you want to, if they're like trying to rotate, you can cut them off over here. And like if they do push into mid, or if they're trying to push through into B site, there's another spot here. You can stay down here. This is technically another hold spot, but like for like a beginning of the match, which you shouldn't really do. It's very good for denial of plant, but like you want to play Yvette mid, but like you can deny plant here. You want to stay where I'm staying right there, and you can also ice yourself just in case they do push that area. If they do push you, you can have a back out with ice, and you can do free damage. You heard me. Free damage. Free 99 damage. You get so much damage, you get free knocks as well. But not everybody knows how to do that, because everyone plays Yvette very scaredly. They play Yvette pretty bad. I do too sometimes. You know, it's very situational. You can play Yvette back. You can play Yvette behind Bear. You can play Yvette the way you want to play Yvette. But there are ways you can mess up. Also, if you're holding this spot here, like with Yvette, it's kind of doo-doo. But like, you know, it's also very situational, you know, like you want to ice that spot. You want to ice like the actual plant type. Icing here is kind of iffy. Like there should be teammates holding that side. But if nobody's holding this side and it's just you in the entire world, then I guess you have to like ice this entire spot. Even though they can technically go mid and into the like backside, destroy the crap out of you from the backside. It's very, very crazy. You have that free range right there. They're rotating from that side. It's very, very interesting. It's very interesting. So on the topic of like your teammates not really caring about you, no one really cares about you. Like they will leave the Yvette to freaking die. It's amazing. They think you can solo, and it's insane. So you want to ice like, you know, all that spot here and all this spot here. I keep changing topics because, you know, like, you know, it's the Yvette. No one gives a crap about the Yvette. It's very sad. It's very sad. You know, like nobody plays with the Yvette. And then they call like Yvette players, oh, he's so bad. He's so bad. He's so bad. He's very bad at playing Yvette. Like, bro, shut up, bro. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. So like here, you know, you gotta play mid. Mid is very good. All other spots are very good. You just need to know how to hold the spot. You know, look at your mini map. You gotta know where everything is happening. You know, you gotta up your game sense. You know, it all comes down to game sense. Also, I've not been talking about the secondary most of the time because you don't, like, you know, it's very also a situation. You can play as you want. I'm not gonna tell you to like not use flamethrower. If you want to use flamethrower, you go ahead. I have problems with flamethrower. Obviously, every like high elo player has problems with flamethrower, but no. If you want to win a game, you're gonna win that game any way you want to do it. Even if you gotta play dirty. You know, I'm not against the flamethrower, and I am against the flamethrower at the exact same time. So I'm gonna skip the yapping, and I'm going straight to the next map. Right, power of editing. Kaboom. Hello, welcome to Cosmite, everyone's favorite map. You know, I've been pretty good at Cosmite, so I'm going to teach you my ways to play Cosmite. There's multiple ways to play Yvette here. And there's like that spot, and there's like this small spot here. So this is how I usually play Yvette, but you know, you can play your own way. I'm not stopping you from playing your own way of how you play Yvette. But this is just a regular average guy. You know, you can have some free damage there. Whoops, I forgot to buy headshot damage. But you know, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? So here's a spot, you know, free damage. You can place your bear here early if you want to. It's very situational again. Some players do like to do this, some players do not. But like, if I was that person, I don't think this is a very good spot. But also, it's very situational again. You can get free damage off, but you will get sniped. You will get hit by a Ming. You will get ICUD soon. You will get rushed. It's better to get the crap out of there. Get the poop out of there. You want to put an interceptor also right there, so then if they try to smoke it, it will intercept it. This is also another good hold spot, but people do Ming this all the time if the Ming save that Q. You want to deny plant here. Ice this entire spot. You want to ice yourself also, because it also ices heaven above. That's also another spot where you can hold here. Sometimes you do want to flank the Yvette. It's very, very crazy. Very crazy. So here, as you see, there is ice. And Flyback can hold here and stuff. You know, Nobu can hold here. They will try to push backside a lot of the time, but not a lot of people know how to push backside properly, so that gives you a pretty big win as Yvette. That gives you a pretty big win as Yvette. But you know, you can also like ice here and stuff, you know, pretty simple stuff. Deny plant, play deny plant. You don't have to play as aggressive as you usually do, but some people do play aggressive. I am somewhat of an aggro player. I do play pretty aggressive a lot of the time, and that does get me killed. But you know what doesn't get me killed? When you play with your teammates. But also, your teammates need to learn to play with you. So all this, very iced up. As you can see, very iced up. Very slippery. They will die to this. And if you die, yeah, well, that's over. So you want to mostly stay away when you're using bear. And you want to be in bear as little time as possible. But in Cosmite, you know, you got a lot of stuff here going on. So not many people go mid. Not many Yvette players go mid. So there is a good side to be mid, and that's that you can insta rotate to B or A side, and you can deny plant from B or A, but you need to know how to actually use mid side. Like if you're standing out here, you will get sniped without you realizing it, even if you're invis. You will get Ming, you will get Meredith, you will get everything on your face if they do push mid. You got to like look everywhere, and then if you do spot anything, leave and default to this. You put your bear down, you leave a safe distance, you ice that entire spot up, you interrupt their win aid, anything to possibly like stop them from going. If they do go B side, you ice there, you can ice here, go behind your bear, do free damage, if they have bullet shield nade or something, then you're kind of screwed. You will get pushed. So then you would push out, you still try to do as much damage as you possibly can before retreating. And if you can't retreat, well, you're kind of screwed, because you're wide open half the time, and you will get pushed half the time. As you can see, you know, you gotta leave a safe distance. There's also another way to rotate back here. You know, like if you are rotating, they're pushing that side, you can rotate from this side as well. And then like, here's another hold spot, you know, like if this is like beginning match, like, you know, Coco's all the way over there, Coco's there, you know, like you can help the Coco here, help the Nobu of all things, you know, like keep an eye on that side, ice heaven if they're pushing, and then ice mid here, you can also deny plant here, and if you still have ice, you can just like ice the Reishi that's hiding over there if they're using Reishi. You know, Yvette has a counter to every single character, you just need to know how to use it with Yvette. You know, like damage being there, damage Aika there, you know, damage usual damage dealers. So like yeah, Yvette can counter technically any character if you just know how to use like bear and ice. Like if there's like a CL or something, you can just ram the bear into CL. CL can't do jack crap. You want to ice that entire area. And so like if the entire area is in fact ice, you also like they will push you up here too. Like if you decide to hold this spot in like a rotate, you got to like know when to like ice this entire spot, because like, you know, you can also go like heaven side, but if you do go heaven, you gotta be careful that they don't push heaven when you're on cooldown. And if you have bear up, you can go back of heaven and just place bear there, but you want to play as back as possible, but you also want to play as forward as possible. So this is a good spot right here, kind of like, you know, you go the other side, you get free damage there, free damage everywhere. You know, like, you don't want to be as aggro as humanly possible. You want to be like, you go around and then you go here if it's safe, and I don't like, you have like, you basically have control here again in a rotate situation. You know, you're keeping an eye on two things. You can ice the teleporter, which is very situational again if they are trying to flank you or flank your Koho. You do want to ice here. It's better to ice here. It's very awesome. Very awesome. And then if you still have spare ice, you can also like, you know, ice there, and then boom, Reishi dead, Kanagi dead, Ming dead, everyone dead. You know, you got to learn how to play with ice, you know, and your teammates need to play with you. I'm going to mention this a crap load of times. Your teammates need to play around you half the time. Hello, welcome to everyone's favorite map, Ocarnus. Ocarnus is actually a very tricky map, but also very simple. As you see, I am defaulting to what I usually do. This spot can easily be compromised, like immediately. Like you know, you're gonna get shot immediately if they know what they're doing. If Ming knows what they're doing, you're gonna get Ming queued, you're gonna get the Laowei queued, you're gonna get a free hit off here, you can ice all of this, and like, you know, you have bear there. If you hear him there, you immediately use bear. If you don't hear bear, then you go to ice here usually. You can also ice, you know, deny plant. If they decide to plant, you just deny that. Bink. I'm gonna deny plant here. If they decide to plant, there's a lot of denial of plant. And then like, you know, you can ice like heaven up here. If you don't decide to ice like the other side, you can ice there. And then that whole entire area is ice. And you have the entire map just iced completely iced. And then you could get free damage off, and then you would like rotate over here if they didn't push heaven yet. And, you know, you have a whole spot here, you know, you have free damage here, and then like free damage over here, and then like free damage over here, free damage. You have a lot of sight here. But sometimes they do push you. Now if this whole situation does not work, you would rotate here. Now this is like a very backup plan, just in case they know where the Yvette spot was, and you would go here. There's a lot of places where you can look from, and it's not very a safe spot, but it works for no apparent reason. So let's go to middle, which is a place you shouldn't be holding. This right here. This should be like Nobu's job or like Coco's job. Like if you want to hold here, there's no problem. But like this is not the place where you want to hold. I'm not gonna tell you how to play Yvette, but this is just a guide. I'm just guiding you on. Window is kind of iffy as well. I'm just guiding you on how to actually like kind of play it correctly. Like you don't want to get like destroyed here. As you can see, window is another risky place because it opens even if you're invisible, and you will get sniped. I said it, you will get sniped. Doesn't matter if you like know how to do free damage, you know how to do this, you will get sniped. You will get sniped, and that you will get sniped. You will get destroyed. You will get banged. You will get married. Here, if they're like pushing B and you're middle, there's two ways you can go. You can go from the right or from the left. You can put Faye on this way, and then you can push on that side. You can do like a sandwich technique. This is what I call a sandwich technique. So technically they think you're on this side, you ice this way, you push this way, and bing. You can also ice the heaven spot if like they do push heaven. It's very insane. And if they do push like this way, you can hold this spot here. So then they can't push here, but also win made before you do anything. Like you also ice over there. That was a fail ice, but we won't talk about that. And if you still have ice left, just like kamikaze over here, go boom, kablam, kablam. And you want to win it over there, just in case they do push over there. The win it over here, and over here, this spot. So I haven't talked about the holding this spot yet. And if they're rotating, you gotta put the bear up here. You want to ice the top zone because you will be attacked here. You will be attacked here. Like I said, I'm gonna say it like 3 times, 4 times, you will be attacking. Now there's multiple angles you can ice from. You usually attack from the hallway, which you should ice this hallway here. You should ice this hallway right here. You can also ice over there, sometimes over there. But you will be attacked here. You want to ice the spot in heaven. Like you will be attacked. They will jump you. Even if they don't go middle. Even if they don't show themselves and it's free damage, no one's showing them. They usually go from the right or from the left. You want to ice any way they're coming from. So yeah, get the night land. Pretty simple. So I'm gonna not keep you guys here. I'm going to go on to the next map. I did forget one thing here. If a bomb does like land here, like this was in a replay I think. There's like Audrey here. Oh yeah, you can rotate from here. This is a rotate spot. So like you go from here, that thing would be open. You ice here, get 3 damage here. And deny plant, or you can attack the economy up there. There usually is sniping from this angle here. Or Mara, which is backside. They will try to plant there, you get 3 damage up there. You can't ice up there, You can't ice up there. It's very icy. Here, you can also get some 3 damage. You can ice anywhere from like down there if they're not planting. And if they are planting, then you go for like the stop plant. Yvette is used as a stop plant if win nades are not available. But you gotta know how to quickly do this. I'll see y'all in the next map. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I forgot. So you don't want to be here. You want to hold here. It's a very dangerous spot to hold here. So yep, there was a time with this one replay, this one match, where the bomb was dropped here. Now, that was a mistake where I did, where I would hold down here. There's not a place where you want to hold. You want to hold mostly up here. The Audrey was where the bear was. I was like protecting Audrey here. So if they do push from where I'm at, you get some free damage here. But like, you do not want to be down there when you're holding bomb. You want to be like above. You want to be here. You want to be right here. If they do push the Audrey, you get some free damage from behind. Like you can also hold from back here, and that's basically it. Oh, welcome to Kanji stream. So, I made it this far in the video. Crazy. Alright, well, I'm gonna get straight into it. I'm going to default to what I usually do. I usually go here at the mid, or I usually go up here. These two Yvette spots. One here, one here. You might struggle to get up here, but it's just the usual. Another spot is holding over here, which is kind of risky. The Flavia should be holding over here. There should be somebody who actually can survive this. You will get rushed even if you use a win nade. It's better to hold on to the win nade. You can win nade there, but it's better to hold on to the win nade, which is better for somebody else to hold that spot. But you can hold that spot. Also, you can place a bear here if they are rushing. You can also just place the bear, just place if you have the cooldown, like I said before. The situational stuff also applies here. You can use the awakening here. So it's amazing. It's amazing. So here, you can ice backside. You can also ice over here if they don't push that side, which is I think better to push, like, you know, better to ice that spot. You can also ice this spot if you have it on the cooldown. You can also ice like back here, since they might clip your Coco somehow there. Usually Coco plays that spot, so I don't know. Maybe Coco's like playing up here, and yeah, you get 3 damage off these 3 sites. These 3 points in this site, and you basically you do nothing. You do nothing here unless you have to, unless they spot you, unless they're planting. Then you do something. You can also like hold here. Also the nade, the situational nades here. You can use slow nade and vent, but you don't have to. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Also here mid. You want to hold mid, right? You want to hold mid. You can automatically place bear. There will be a Leona here. Like, you know, there could be a Leona though, but if there's no Leona, you can like go here, you can flank back here, but you will get rushed pretty fast, which is not a very good spot to hold as a Yvette. So you want to like hold like up here, maybe like this Yvette spot. I think it still works. I think this Yvette spot still works. You can hold here, but it's not really good. You could say it is good and sometimes, but yeah, it's better to hold like A and B. A and C. A and C is better to hold A and C. Here, you want to, you know, if you're rotating A, you know, you can just like plop bear here. You want to stand as far as back as possible because you might get flanked by like an Ikamara or Ming or something. Lawe, you want to ice as much as possible. Went into a rotate. This is not a hold spot. This is a hold rotate. You want to ice over here because they do push up here. Do attack up here. Not many people do attack up here. For some reason, everyone's scared to push heaven. Some people do push heaven and actually succeed. It's very crazy. You can also win nade at another spot. You can also like over here. You can also ice all this spot. You know, you can also ice this spot if they're attacking from this way. You can surprise attack them if you are holding a side and they do push mid. You can ice this entire spot. Get some free hits off Primo or something. Get some free hits Lawang, get some free hits on like Ming or something. They are unable to do anything. They're technically able to do something if you are alone. Everything has to be played with the team. This is a team game, but if you decide to solo this, well, good luck to you. I was able to solo a 3v1, but not here to talk about that. So you can ice here if you decide to actually like, you know, attack a rotation into A. Just like ice all this spot. Get some free damage off. Here's a back rotate. Usually back rotating this, you do not rotate through the middle side. You will get shot, you will die, you will get clipped, you will get insta-clipped on like Twitch.tv or something. By some random Twitch people. You want to ice from this spot here if you are rotating from C side to B side and they are attacking B side. You want to stand where I'm standing here. And if they do attack from like the top side, you can all that spot is going to be iced. There's multiple ways you can ice this. You can ice it from the right, and you can ice it from the left. You can also ice it from inside, so they will be inside. You can deny plant. From here, you can like ice it here. Get out of bear, ice mid, and then go inside. Because they will be inside. They will be trying to be inside. There's all that spot. And like you can also do it from the other side. If they try to push you from that side, you go stand back, you push here, you ice here, and then you go for denial of plant. Kaboom! Very simple. Very simple. No one can really touch you here. They will try to push you. Meredith may try to push you. Like a lot of things can try to push you. A lot of things try to flank you here, so you gotta be careful. So that's it for Windy Town. Not Windy Town, oh crap, I'm conscious right here. I'm dying. Alright, well, that's everything you have to know from this site. I'm going to now go on to the next side. Area 88, everyone's favorite map. I don't know why you're playing Yvette here, but okay. I do play Yvette here a lot. So, I'm gonna default. This is where I usually stand. Because, you know, you have both range of A and B. So now, let's say you want to play mid. You want to play mid. You want to be a midfielder, you know. You can stand like here, or like over here. Or you can just go straight up mid, you know. You know where everybody's at, you're in biz. You can also stand here, you know. Get some free hits off somebody. You can play spare here, which is not a good bear placement, I gotta say. It's not a good bear placement. That's only if they decide to push you through here. Another space is, you can ice it right here too. It won't reach as much as mid. You can also place bear like up here. Like, you know, if they try to push mid, like, oh, they're pushing mid, they place bear down, go into a combo, insta lock, bing, and then boom, gets free damage off. Push the bear over there. They can't do jack crap. They can't do jack crap. Boom, free damage. You know, free damage down there. Free damage in the world. You get so much free damage on this. So let's say, you know, like holding A or something. You know, there's not many good A spots to like hold against it. You will get sniped by economy there, you might get the race sheet, you're gonna get like a Bing, the Ica, the like Gala, you're gonna get Gala a lot here. But you know, Yvette can counter every character, it's just very like, you gotta know what the heck you're doing. This is a good bear spot to place. Not very good bear actually spot. This right here is a pretty good bear spot if they do decide to push above you. You know, it literally ices above you. So then they can't do really nothing, and then you have a free bear dash to like stop land, and the entire thing is busted. And the entire thing is dead. Everyone who goes there, they die. So let's say, alright, let's say this. Alright, this is my usual hold spot right here. Again, mentioning this again. This is where I usually hold. This is my hold spot. You have both visions of A and B. You have to keep an eye on minimap. You have to keep an eye on minimap when you're here though. Somebody has to be playing B, like forward, like Flavia or something. Or like Nobu playing A or like B or something. You have to keep an eye on minimap here. You have to keep an eye on minimap. So the moment something happens, you gotta move. And when something happens B, you gotta play down bear right here. You gotta ice heaven. Because they will push you. They will push heaven. And if they don't, well, free takedown right there. Plant is denied. You go immediately over here. If you still have like ice, you know, that's a pretty decent ice spot. People will like hold from those angles. They will push you from here. So it's better to like, let's do that again. You know, like, go here. You can just straight up deny plant instead of like icing yourself. And you can just ice like this hallway here and help Flavia. Help the Flavia here. I'm mentioning like Flavia a lot. Like, you know, you help any teammate that's down here and just like free damage. Free damage. It's very cool. It's very cool. So let's say you're gonna attack here. You know, like where you're playing forward, you bet here on the inside. You know, you get free ice here, you push here. The one like if Yvette plays this spot, it's kinda like doo-doo that Yvette is kind of throwing at that point. You shouldn't be playing like A forward because you are kind of wasting the bear. Even if you get like the free like info, you shouldn't be getting info like that. You shouldn't be getting info like that. Also, when you rotate, you do not rotate through this spot here. You want to rotate from up there. You want to like, if you do rotate from here, you can go from below, but it's very risky. You want to rotate from up here and then below instead of rotating from back there, which is a long way. I mean, like supposedly there is a shortcut, but you should not be taking that shortcut. Here, you know, you can just like instantly like ice here if they're trying to push like A side from like heaven. They have already planted by now at this point. You know, bear taking too long, but there's ice there still. So you know, you ice there, you try to deny plant as fast as you can. You can also like hold like a different spot. Like I said, if you do rotate and you don't rotate to mid, you can rotate to this spot here. You go through here, place bear from this side. Then you like throw your bear, get the ice in, and deny plant. Then you go here, win nade if you want to. Free win nade. You don't want to be out there. You don't want to be out here because you will get clipped by that side. And if there are people that side, this is what you do. You put down your bear for the safe distance. You ice that exact spot. because they will try to destroy the crap out of you, and then you would try to deny plant. If they are planting, that is. And then 3 damage. By the way, peeking this angle, you should not be peeking this angle alone. It is possible. The economy might shoot you, and also how to save how to save how to defuse. You want to have like a shield barrier with the bear, and then Reishi economy, like anyone who's shooting from above a gala, they won't be able to do jack crap. They won't be able to do jack crap. Because they are being blocked by bear, shield made, and heck even an interceptor or something. It also works on Cosmite. And we've done it before. I've done it before. And here, yep, here's another like angle spot. Kaboom. Free ice. And if you want to ice again, you can also like just show you how you have done again. 3 damage. You don't want to peek too much. You might get sniped here. If there is a sniper up there. Now they might rotate here. So you have to keep an eye on that. And if they are rotating here, you know, you gotta keep an eye there. You gotta know where they're at. And then boom! You push here, push to heaven, and yeah. It's very simple. There was a clip of me like really running here. I was using like A2 of bear. Because pretty insane. So that's technically it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this horrible guide that I made. Number 1 Yvette player, by the way. This is just a mini guide, you know, there's a lot of things that could be like said. There's some spots I have kept hidden of like Yvette, because I want you guys to explore. You know, this is a guide. It's a guide. It's not meant to like show you how to actually play the game. But you know, it's a guide. It's a guide. It's like holding your hand a bit, you know, showing you what you can do and what punishes you. You know, like so you can be careful in the future from getting hunted by me. Hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Alright, well, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.